Hey, good morning, Survival Litters. This is Mr. Gunderson coming to you early in the morning, and it is week number 5 of distance learning. We are starting chapter 10 of Buried in the Sky, and we'll get going on that in just 1 minute. So, as you know, um, the rest of the school year is canceled. Or not canceled, it's distance learning for the rest of the school year. And in light of these changes, I'd like to, you may have seen the email, but in light of the changes, I want to meet with you guys as a class, both fourth and fifth hour together, on Thursday, April 30th at 11 a.m. I sent out, in your emails, I sent out a Google Meet, and there's a link that you click, and that's how you join. You've probably maybe done some of those with distance learning so far. I also set up, you'll be getting a couple of reminds that have the link in it as well. So it's not mandatory, it's completely voluntary, but I figured, since we're not going to see each other the rest of the year, I just wanted to meet with you for maybe 15 minutes. It's going to be short, it's going to be brief, and just kind of go over what the rest of the school year is going to look like for you guys. So again, that's Thursday, April 30th at 11 a.m. All right, let's take a look at the class calendar. Now, you guys do not have school this Friday, May 1st, or the following Monday, May 4th, okay? So no school those days. You do not have to do any English those days. So here we are, where are we? We are on the 28th, right here, Tuesday the 28th. We're reading chapter 10. Now, if you look, the big change here is there is no reading check. I have done away with reading checks for the rest of the book. All right, so all you have to do is read the chapter, answer the guided reading questions, and you're done. Okay, and you're done. That's it. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Because we lost those days, May 1st and 4th, our basically from here on out, chapters 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, you're going to get about 3 days, 3 school days to get those read. And so that's another reason why I wanted to do away with the reading check. So again, just read the chapter, answer the multiple choice questions, and you're good to go. All right? So that's what we got going on this week. Mid-quarter is also, lots of stuff going on. Mid-quarter is also April 30th. All right, so make sure you got anything missing or whatever, get that turned in, and I am more than happy to give you as much time as you need to get stuff in, okay? All right, now let's go down to the chapter. Just take a real quick look at the chapter folder. And here it is. Like I said before, here's the instructional video. Do that first, and then you read the chapter and do the text and guided reading. Do either where you read it yourself and you answer the questions, or watch the ed puzzle and answer the questions in the video. And that's it. That's all you have for the rest of the book. Okay? All right, let's take a look real quick here at the chapter 10 notes. So this one is called, chapter 10 is called Escape from the Summit. So in chapter 9, we had the climbers, basically all the issues that they faced getting up to the top of the mountain. I believe it was 18 climbers made it to the top of the mountain, but now they have to summit. Okay, now they have to get down. This is the hard part. This is where survival comes in. And all kinds of things happen that really turns it into a life or death situation. All right, so here's a here's a map of things, up here, and this is everything that really kind of happens from here throughout the rest of the book. Is you have Pasang, they create a rope system. You're going to read about that early on in chapter 10. Down here, Avalanche kills Rolf, cuts ropes. Kareem, who is part of Pasang's group, wanders off way over here, and he ends up falling off the snow dome. Jumuk and 2 Korean climbers hang upside down. They get tangled up here from an ice fall. Over here, Hughes falls. Jer, Marco, and Wilco lose route. They have to stay overnight up here. Let's see. Cheering rescues Pasang. Wilco wanders off route. Avalanche, falling ice killed Jumik, Big Pasang, Jer, and 2 others. So all kinds of things are going on here. Marco collapses and is later found by Pemba. So all kinds of things happen here, but here's the kind of an illustration, at least you can see what's happening where. All right, for the first section, Pasang goes off of his oxygen for his clients, but he can handle this because he's Bote, and they're just genetically able to handle the high altitude a lot better without oxygen than people who aren't. Kareem, who is a Sherpa in Pasang's group, he veers off course to the snow dome. We talked about that in that previous slide. Pasang comes up with a rope system to guide climbers, and Mr. Kim instructs Pasang to leave his ice axe because they don't think that they'll need it. They'll be coming up to the fixed ropes, and they'll have, shouldn't be a problem getting down. But that turns out to be a bad choice. Section 2 of this chapter. We catch up to other climbers going down the bottleneck. Cecilia, Rolf, Lars, Hughes, and Cass all descending. Okay, so they're all descending. It's at night. Something happens, and Hughes, the French climber, first Hughes, the French climber, lets Cass go ahead of him, but then something happens, and Hughes falls from the bottleneck to his death. Section 3 talks about the seracs, these huge, massive hunks of ice. They're making all kinds of noise. So they heat it up during the day, and now at night they're cooling off. So they're popping and cracking and all kinds of stuff. Ice chunks break away, and they hit Jumik and 2 Korean climbers, causing them to fall. In Section 4, Rolf, by the same ice chunks, Rolf is hit by a serac and is killed. This is Rolf and Cecilia's honeymoon. Very sad moment. Lars, who is climbing with Cecilia and Rolf, he climbs down and kind of tricks her to climbing down. She was frozen. She just saw her husband fall to his death. And Lars tricks her to climb down thinking that he was still alive. And he did that to get her moving. And that actually saved her life. Section 5, Pasang is above the bottleneck, but the route has disappeared. Because of the Serac falls, finding the route to the traverse was very difficult. So they've lost the route, they've lost rope. Pasang finds a fixed rope. This is their lifeline to get down the traverse, a very steep part of the mountain. But they're cut because of the falling ice. He would have to free climb down the bottleneck, which is nearly impossible. Stranded, Pasang resigns himself to death. Section 6. Cheering has a number of hallucinations. Everything that happened created the perfect storm. So all the things that happened that day put him in this situation. So it took too much time to get up the mountain, and that was because of lack of rope and communication and all kinds of things. And it goes back to Shaheen being sick. They didn't stick to the turnaround time, the 2 to 3 p.m. turnaround time. They didn't stick to that. They're descending at night. The Serac's falling. So instead of saving himself, so actually how it goes is Cheering, Pemba Gelji, and Pasang are all there. And Pemba decides, I got to get down the mountain. So he starts going down the mountain. Pasang tells Cheering, you go too. It's better if the mountain just takes one of us. And Cheering basically tells Pasang, if you die, I die. And Cheering makes the decision to save Pasang. All right, so there you go. All right, so that's chapter 10 notes for you, so you have an idea of what's coming up. Like I said before, again, just read the chapter, do the guided reading questions, and you are done with chapter 10. Enjoy the 4-day weekend. Again, of course, if you have any questions, contact me. I would really love to see you guys on April 30th. Again, 11 a.m. April 30th. Just click the link to join the Google Meet, and hopefully we'll see you. We'll talk about some things, what the future holds for you guys. And again, once I've said it many times, but take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of your friends. All right, have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.